December 31st, you sat down with a pen and paper, full of hope, full of belief, telling yourself this year will be different. You wrote the list. Stop drinking, stop smoking, stop gambling, cut off those toxic friends, stop wasting money, stop going back to that person who keeps hurting you. Then the other list, the dream list. Get married this year, start that business, build a house, start a family, get in shape, finally become the person you've been promising yourself you'd become. You felt it, that spark, that certainty. Something about a new year made you believe you could finally change. Fast forward 6 weeks, the list is buried somewhere, maybe crumpled, maybe forgotten entirely. You're back to the same habits, same people, same patterns, same version of yourself you swore you'd leave behind. And that voice in your head starts whispering again. What's wrong with me? Why can't I just change? Why do I keep doing this to myself every single year? Here's what nobody tells you. The problem isn't your willpower. It isn't your discipline. It isn't that you're weak or broken or incapable. The problem is your brain, and it's fighting against you in ways you don't even realize. Tonight, I'm going to explain exactly why resolutions fail. The real psychology, not motivational fluff. The actual science of why your brain refuses to let you change. And more importantly, how to finally work with your brain instead of against it. Stay with me. This might be the most important thing you hear before the new year. Before we dive in, drop your country in the comments. Resolutions are a global ritual. Billions of people make them, and most fail. Let me see where you're watching from tonight. Let me tell you what happens in your brain on January 1st. There's a psychological phenomenon called the fresh start effect. Your brain loves fresh starts. New week, new month, new year. It creates a mental separation between your past self and your future self. On December 31st, you look back at who you were and think that person made mistakes. But tomorrow I become someone new. The calendar resets. And your brain tricks you into believing you reset too. This feels powerful, hopeful, almost magical. But here's the trap. You haven't actually changed, not yet. The only thing that changed was the date. Your brain chemistry is exactly the same on January 1st as it was on December 31st. Your neural pathways are identical. Your habits are still wired in. Your environment hasn't shifted. The people around you haven't disappeared. But you made a promise based on the fantasy that a new number on the calendar would somehow give you new abilities. It doesn't. And within days, your brain reminds you exactly who you still are. Let me explain why your brain fights change so aggressively. Your brain has one primary job: keep you alive. And the way it keeps you alive is by conserving energy and avoiding risk. Change is expensive. It requires mental energy. It requires building new neural pathways. It requires uncertainty. Your current habits, even the destructive ones, are familiar. And familiar means safe to your brain. That addiction you're trying to quit. Your brain has built an entire highway system around it. Smooth, fast, automatic. The new behavior you're trying to build. That's a dirt road through a forest. Slow, difficult, exhausting. Every time you try to take the new road, your brain screams at you. Why are we doing this? The highway is right there. This is hard. This is uncomfortable. Let's just go back. And eventually you do. Not because you're weak, but because your brain is designed to choose efficiency over effort. This is why willpower alone almost never works. Willpower is a limited resource. It runs out, usually within days or weeks. But the neural highways for your old habits never run out. They're automatic. They don't require willpower at all. You're trying to fight an automated system with a battery that dies. The system always wins. Now let me tell you about something called the dopamine trap. Every habit you're trying to quit gives you dopamine. That's the chemical of pleasure and reward. Drinking, smoking, gambling, scrolling your phone, that toxic relationship, whatever you're trying to leave behind. Your brain has learned that these things provide dopamine, quickly, reliably, without much effort. When you quit, you're not just changing a behavior. You're cutting off a dopamine supply your brain has grown dependent on, and your brain does not handle this quietly. It panics, it creates cravings, it makes you irritable, anxious, restless. It starts sending signals that feel like you're dying, like something is terribly wrong, like you need that thing to survive. You're not dying, you're just in withdrawal, but your brain doesn't know the difference. And eventually the discomfort becomes unbearable, so you go back just once, just to feel normal again. But just once is never just once. Because the moment you return, your brain floods you with relief, with dopamine, with the feeling of home. And now your brain has learned a new lesson. When things get hard, go back to the old way. The reward is waiting. This is why relapses feel so defeating. You didn't just fail. You taught your brain that failure is the path to relief. This is Voices of the Forgotten, where human behavior is explained, where patterns, emotions, and hidden motives finally come to light. Let's continue. Have you experienced this? That moment when you gave in and felt both relief and shame at the same time? Like your brain won but you lost? Tell me in the comments. I know this cycle too well. Now let me tell you why the good goals failed too. Getting married, building a house, starting a family, launching a business. These aren't habits, they're outcomes. And that's a completely different problem. When you write build a house on your resolution list, you're writing a destination without a map. Your brain doesn't know what to do with that. It's too big, too vague, too far away, so it does nothing. Every day you wake up and technically you could work toward that goal. But the goal feels so massive and the steps feel so unclear that your brain chooses something easier instead. Check your phone, watch something, do something that gives immediate reward. The house doesn't get built, not because you don't want it, but because wanting something isn't enough. Your brain needs clarity, small steps, immediate feedback. Without those, the dream just stays a dream. And then December comes again, and you look at your list, and you feel like a failure because you're in the same place you started. But you didn't fail because you're incapable. You failed because you gave your brain an impossible task and expected it to figure it out alone. Let me tell you something about identity. This is where most people miss the real issue. When you make a resolution, you're trying to change what you do, but your brain doesn't operate based on what you do. It operates based on who you are. If deep down you see yourself as a smoker trying to quit, your brain will always pull you back to smoking because that's who you are. If you see yourself as someone who's bad with money, no. Resolution to save will override that belief because your brain behaves consistently with your identity. This is why some people can quit addictions overnight and never go back, while others struggle for decades. The ones who succeed change their identity first. They didn't say, I'm trying to quit smoking. They said, I'm not a smoker. They didn't say, I'm trying to save money. They said, I'm someone who builds wealth. The behavior follows the identity, not the other way around. As long as you see yourself as the person who always fails at resolutions, you'll keep proving yourself right. Your brain is loyal to your self-image, even when that self-image is destroying you. Let me tell you about your environment. This is the part nobody wants to hear. You can have the strongest willpower in the world, but if you're surrounded by triggers, you will eventually break. The friend who always brings alcohol to your house, the app on your phone that makes gambling one click away, the ex whose number is still saved, the pantry full of junk food, the environment where everyone around you is stuck in the same patterns. Your resolutions are being made in the same environment where your old habits were born. And then you're surprised when the old habits come back. That's like trying to stay dry while sitting in a bathtub. The water will get you eventually, no matter how hard you try. Environment isn't everything, but it's more powerful than willpower. The people who actually change don't just make promises. They change their surroundings. They delete the apps. They change the friend group. They remove the access. They make the old behavior harder and the new behavior easier. They don't trust themselves to resist forever. They remove the need to resist at all. So how do you actually make change that sticks? Let me give you what the psychology actually supports. First, stop making resolutions. Start making systems. A resolution is I will lose weight. A system is every morning I walk for 20 minutes before checking my phone. Resolutions are outcomes. Systems are processes. Your brain can't do lose weight today, but it can do walk for 20 minutes today. One is a wish. The other is an action. Build actions so small your brain can't say no. Don't commit to going to the gym every day. Commit to putting on your shoes. That's it. Once the shoes are on, momentum takes over. Don't commit to quitting your addiction forever. Commit to making it through the next hour. Then the next. Then the next. Small steps don't feel impressive, but small steps are the only steps your brain actually takes. Second, change your environment before you try to change yourself. Look around your life. What makes the bad behavior easy? Remove it. What makes the good behavior hard? Fix it. Put the healthy food at eye level. Delete the apps. Stop hanging out in the places where temptation lives. This isn't weak. This is smart. The people who succeed aren't stronger than you. They just designed their environment better. Third, attach new behaviors to existing ones. Your brain already has habits that run on autopilot. Use them. After I brush my teeth, I will write one sentence in my journal. After I pour my morning coffee, I will read one page of a book. After I get home from work, I will do 10 push-ups before sitting down. You're not building from scratch. You're attaching to what already exists. This is called habit stacking, and it works because your brain loves patterns. Fourth, make your identity shift before your behavior shift. Before you try to change what you do, decide who you are becoming. Write it down. Say it out loud. I am someone who takes care of their body. I am someone who keeps their word. I am someone who walks away from what hurts them. Say it before you believe it. Your brain will catch up. Act like that person even when you don't feel like it. Eventually, the feeling follows the action. Identity first. Behavior second. Fifth, plan for failure. This is the one nobody does. You will slip. You will fall. You will have bad days. But most people treat a single failure as total failure. They eat one cookie and say, I already ruined it, so I might as well eat the whole box. This is called the what the hell effect, and it destroys more progress than the initial slip ever could. Instead, plan for the slip in advance. Tell yourself, when I fail and I will not spiral. I will start again immediately. One mistake is not permission to make 10. Failure is not the end of change. Quitting after failure is. The people who change aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who get back up faster. If this video made you rethink how you approach change, subscribe to this channel right now. This is what we do here. We go beyond motivation, beyond inspiration, into the actual psychology of why you do what you do. So you can finally stop fighting yourself and start working with the brain you have. Hit that like button if you've ever written a resolution that didn't survive. January. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it before the new year. Someone who keeps making the same promises and breaking them. Someone who thinks they're the problem, when really they just never understood how change actually works. Drop a comment and tell me what's on your list this year. What are you trying to change? Or what have you tried and failed before? Let's talk about it. Sometimes saying it out loud is the first step to actually doing it. I'll see you in the next one. And remember this, you're not weak for failing your resolutions. You're human. You are fighting your own brain with tools that don't work. But now you know better. And knowing better is where real change begins. Not on January 1st, not on any special date. Right now. With the next small choice you make, that's where your new life starts. Go build it. This is Voices of the Forgotten, where human behavior is explained, where patterns, emotions, and hidden motives finally come to light.